What is good, everyone? Shoops here. Today we are taking a look at these. Oh shit. These are the new Banshee switches from Bolsa Supply. Use code SHOOPS for 5% off. These are the newest addition to their Gundam inspired line of switches, which includes the Zakus that a lot of people really like. So these specifically are inspired by the RX-0 Unicorn Gundam 02 Banshee norm. It is a pretty sick Gundam. So some more details on the switch. These are manufactured by BSUN, which is a different step from the Tech C manufactured Zakus, and they feature a PC top, nylon bottom, 63.5 gram double spring, and a LY blend stem. The housing material and spring weight for these are actually the same as the Zakus, but with the change from POM to LY stem. These also feature a long pole. These switches will be available for limited pre-order on October 20th at 12 p.m. PST, going for around 50 cents a switch, which is the same price as the original Zakus. So I comment right off the bat, these things are perfect stock, much like any of the new BSUN switches that I have tried. These things sound and feel basically like hand-lubed switches. Very nice. Welcome to another Scuffed stem wobble test. Please keep in mind that this is not very accurate because of batch variants and switch variants and all that. But looking at the Banshees, these are pretty tight. I've noticed that BSUNs are pretty tight. No need to really film. The BSUN BCPs are also tight. Cherries are a little bit wobbly. Epsilons a little wobbly. JWKs. SP stars are pretty tight. Gats, a bit of wobble, and Texas, this one's the Zaku, is pretty tight. So taking a look at the stems of these switches, the Banshees are a bit shorter than the Creams and the Zakus, but they are still considered long pole switches. So for the sound test, it is not going to be very accurate. Everyone's setup is different. The recording setup, desk space setup, desk mat, lubing technique, and all that. So take this with a grain of salt. How many times have I said that in my last 3 years of YouTube? God damn. What I say here is of my own opinion, and your opinion might differ. So for the smoothness of these switches, these are pretty much dead smooth, with it being factory lubed from BSUN, and you already know with these new BSUN switches, top tier smoothness all around with no need for lubing. Now for the sound of these switches, they definitely have a slightly deeper sound profile compared to the Zakus. Overall, I found these a bit quieter. They seem slightly more muted and overall slightly creamier, compared to the Zaku switches, and personally, I am a big fan. As for the typing feel, they have that nice snappy feel that Zaku's had, and it really does feel like this switch belongs within the same sort of family as the Zakus. Overall, these things are pretty legit. They're perfect stock, offering extreme smoothness. Zakus, in my opinion, need to be lubed, but these sound and feel great. Basically like hand lube switches right out of the box. And yeah, if you're looking for a super smooth and deep sounding switch with a nice snappy typing experience and you really like Zakus, these are probably going to be perfect. They got some of the properties that made Zakus very good in my opinion, while having differences in sound that make them unique. These get a big thumbs up of approval from me. They're quite good, and that Gundam is pretty based. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and check out Freren. That show and manga is absolute peak. Would recommend.